Hello everybody, it's Michadini. There are many diversions going on. We hear about the Occupy tax movement, which is a spin-off of the Occupy Wall Street movement. We must always follow the money, and in doing so, we find out that Adbusters Media Foundation is behind the Occupy movements, and that George Soros, a billionaire global elitist, invests money into Adbusters Media. Then we see the Trayvon Martin case, which has been hijacked to manipulatively support Obama's presidency in his ventures. Many may recall Malcolm X stating that if blacks come out and vote in blocks, that they would ultimately choose who would go to the White House and who would stay in the doghouse. We see that George W. Bush had manipulated the votes in both his terms, and now we see how Obama is manipulating his support. Oh, by the way, Obama stated that he is Dick Cheney's cousin. He stated that when he was at Youngstown State University back in his first run for presidency. Of course, he had to add that he was ashamed. And then we see the elite's slow and steady counterattack with Ron Paul in his campaign. Again, it's slow and steady. By the time Ron Paul get the financial support and media attention of the elite to win the presidency, the job will be done. Then the focus will be on the Constitution and creating the new foundation for America. Check out michadini.com. In the Obama bill, it is mandatory that all American citizens get implemented with a chip. Section 2521, page 1000 of the ObamaCare bill states that the government will establish a National Medical Device Registry, H.R. 3200. Section G, Clause 1 states, the Secretary shall establish a National Medical Device Registry to facilitate an analysis of post-market safety and outcomes data on each device that is or has been on a patient or is a Class 3 device or Class 2 device that is implementable, life-supporting, or life-sustaining. A Class 2 device is a implementable radio frequency transponder system for patient identification and health information. Page 1006 states this is to be active upon 36 months after passage. So soon as this is signed into law, 36 months later, all shall be done. Mind you that this Obamacare is a 2,300 page bill. That's 2,300 page bill. Read carefully. If they don't pass this bill, look for it to come back in a new way under a different bill or a demanding state of emergency presidential executive order. See, those that know the government know that if the bill don't pass, it usually come back in a new way under a different bill, or it may be a whole different bill altogether. Has nothing to do with healthcare at all, but it may have a little section where it states something about a National Medical Device Registry or some type of device registry that should be implemented within the American people. So that's something that people have to look out for. And again, it could be a demanding state of emergency presidential executive order. Any president can do that. So it's up to us as the people of America to keep tabs on who's in office and to keep tabs on any type of bills that could be coming from their hands or anyone else's hands that may be going through the judicial system or whatever. We got to keep ourselves up on those things. You know, we got to stay open to what's going on politically as well as economically within our country, because if we don't, we will be the ones ultimately paying the big price at the end. Even though they like to paint this beautiful picture of the age of abundance. There's a lot of people talking about the age of abundance, talking about it's just going to be abundance, wealth, abundance of happiness, and things like that. And they paint a great picture, and it may sound good, and of course the advertisements of this new virtual, artificial, mechanical-like human augmentation type world, it may look very, very good, and it may look very appealing, but we can't get caught up in that stuff. We have to learn how to understand that the elite do have diversions, and they do use certain people for certain reasons. And if they're not, you got to understand, if you're in a power like Ron Paul, a position of power like Ron Paul, to do some things, and you have a lot of strong following, you can do a lot of things and get things done without being president. You know, Martin Luther King wasn't a president. You know, there's a lot of people that wasn't president that did remarkable things. I mean, for one of our dollar bills have someone's face on it that wasn't president. You know, so you don't have to be president to make a huge change nationally or internationally. He's a puppet, and we have to understand that. You know, we have to understand that. It's really up to us as the American people to stand up, be a man and be a woman, and get shit done. Meetchadini.com. Support the cause. Support the cause.